Today's Wednesday, it's the 5th, just check, 5th of February 2025, and I'm down in Puerto. Anita's gone off to her knitting group, so I've been left to my own devices again, and I thought I'd come down to Puerto, it's close by, and just have a look to see what's going on here. Well, before I go into the port, just having a look at the beach here. Lovely, nice sandy beach, beautiful calm waters, crystal clear, and there's a few boats that moor just outside. I suppose it doesn't cost them any money here, where it would cost them quite a lot if they were parked inside. I'm just walking along the sea wall. The last time I was here, there was a boat that had sunk in the water, and I think the remains of it look as though they're still there. Not a complete boat, but bits of boat which have not been cleared up. Kind of surprised actually that that's been left there. It doesn't look as though it's actually moored to anything. Imagine when the sea gets a bit rougher, it just gets smashed on the rocks. Other parts of it which obviously have broken off and are just settled on the bottom of the water. Well, it's nice and calm today, so no issues. Actually a metal structure under the water there as well, and what looks like a tube. Don't know if that's the remains of the mast. Anyway, I'm going to get down and I'm going to go into the port. So now it's a bit difficult to get down further up there. You get two hours free parking, which is just perfect for me because Anita's gone to a knitting group and she's told me to meet her in about an hour and a half's time, so that works out really well. The captain of the port, offices there in the tower. Not allowed to fish from the quay there. I might have problems walking down the other side. It looks as though they're resurfacing the road. Someone mentioned on the Geneva video that I'd actually got lots of potholes there in Hanover. Actually, some of the back roads, must admit, do have potholes, but generally speaking, they do a great job of looking after the roads and resurfacing them. At the moment, they're in the process of resurfacing the road that goes around Palma. That's the autopista that goes round. And they do the work at night, so they do it in sections, and then they close the road at night time, do one section, move along, do another section on another night. And it's very, very good really. It doesn't really disrupt the traffic in the daytime at all. I think there were a few complaints last week, I think, when they decided to close it a little bit earlier than normal. And it was a bit unsuspected by people who use that road. Well, compared to other days that we've had recently, there's almost no breeze today, at least not here. Nice and calm. I've had lots of really nice comments on the videos, and I'm trying to catch up with them, but there have been so many, it's been taking me a bit of time with all the other things that have been going on in our lives as well. I'll get there in the end. Starting to get some of the bigger boats in by the looks of things. Over there on the far side, got a couple of big ones. There's the lifeboat as well over there. But you can see there's lots of building materials here at the moment because they are doing the surfaces. So I'm not sure where I'm going to be able to walk. Maybe not walk down here. Some of the boats, actually, the bigger boats have gone from their section. It's interesting. There's one going out. Well, at least I thought it was going out, but it seems to be turning in the opposite direction. There's no way out down there. Espresso. And the one on the other side is called Envy. Well, there seems to be a lot of work going down there, so I'm not even going to try walking down that side. It looks a bit too dangerous. So I'll meet you at the bottom. That's where they're doing all of the work. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. So this part's already being finished. And this nice stonework and paving. Lots of lovely boats. But, clearly lots of work going on in the port. Not actually directly to do with the boats, but big fish down there as always. Really big ones. No fishing here. And this has got to be the right time to do it. January, February, the quieter months of the year. Get all of this construction type work out of the way before people start arriving, which is going to happen very, very soon. I think we're going to start to see boats arriving from other parts and then people going on their trips on the boats. Flanagan's, actually people in there, so they're open. And there's always boats for sale. Bit out of my price bracket. These wellies. So all of this is actually now being finished. So each time I've been down recently, they've been doing the work here. Now seeing that a lot of it's completed. Lots of very nice upmarket sort of restaurants here. The one in front is Ritzy, and then we've got Cappuccino over there. Cappuccino, if you watch the Palma video, you'll notice I did that in Plata Court. There was a hotel which is called Cappuccino. It's all owned by the same family. in years gone by, the road used to drive down here. In fact, not too long ago, this used to be the way you drive, and that's now been changed. This is now a pedestrianised area. Very nice. So this is now finished and looking really quite pretty. Lots of palm trees have been planted. A ritzy restaurant there. And a big, long promenade, which is nice, much better without the cars. So you may ask, where have the cars gone? I guess they're being forced to go underground, because we do have an underground car park here, which must be below sea level. We used to live up at the top in Portals, up in the distance there in the top. That's where we lived for many, many years before we moved up into Geneva. And Puerto Portals was one of the places we used to bring the children. We used to come for a walk. They used to bring the bikes, and they used to scooters and things. It's certainly developed a lot since then, and this part in particular is a complete transformation. And I think it's going to be really pretty. People using it really enjoy this area. Just as we come down to this end, these are where the smaller boats are. The other thing I noticed is very few places along here for me to trip up and fall over. That's better, isn't it? I'm walking by the water. The one for sale. If you walk along some of these quays, you'll see that a lot of the boats are for sale. That's the nature of the game, I think. Just how calm the water is as well. Just gentle ripples going across there. And the occasional fish. The water's very clear as well. You can see well down into the water. I can. I don't know if you can. There's a big fish down there. Another one for sale. And there is a big wall around there, and you can see people actually walking along it. It was also like a Sunday morning walk for us. We'd go and walk along there. It's quite a long walk, so I don't think I'm going to be doing that today. This area down here is the new addition, and they extended it. And all of this work was going on during lockdown period, the COVID period. Still doing some finishing off here, so I can't actually walk any further there. Looks like I've got to go round. So if you want to go on that wall, you've got to go up there a little way, and you can also get to the beach that way. But I'm going to go around here. This is the entrance to the underground car park. the pedestrian entrance. The driving entrance is a bit further around there. And then we've got a little square here which has actually got the fountains on. And these particularly useful in the summer, distraction for the children, but they have the added effect of being a sort of a natural air conditioning. They sort of cool the air down with the evaporation. Just be careful where you're walking, otherwise you might get a little bit wet. Slight chlorine smell as well, so I think they've actually put some bleach in there. So that's where I've just been walking down there. And the entrance to the car park is just, the driving entrance is just on that side. I'm going to walk up the middle here. Just here we've got lots more restaurants and yachting business type things along here. But this is an area where they have their Christmas fair and different fairs along here. They have all the stalls, and in the summer you can see there's just a really good covering of trees, so that's a nice shady area. It's a mild day today. Really, now the wind's dropped, you can feel the temperature a little bit more comfortable. Probably about 17 or 18 degrees, I would imagine, today. Though the weekend again is supposed to be unsettled. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. There's even a forecast to say that the mountains might get snow again. Already had snow. And we could be getting a little bit more. Just up there on the mountains, there will be nothing down here. But it does reflect the low temperatures that we might be having going down to 12 degrees, 14 degrees in the day, and stooping to single figures at night. I know a lot of people have been writing to me and saying, yeah, it's -2 here, -5 here. Different parts of the world where it is much colder than Mallorca. I don't know, maybe I'm just getting used to these temperatures, but when it gets cold here, I do feel it. And the houses, we live in an old sort of house, so they're just not really built for cold weather. They're designed for hot weather. There's a nice big sun terrace, and people taking advantage of that sun terrace. Red and white striped furnishings. Stoke City colours. Across on the other side you've got more shops and offices, including, you can see there, that's an estate agent. Coon Properties, it used to be Coon and Partners. Look at this promenade now, really. Yeah. Back to its former glory. This quay is fondly known as the Baleares Quay, as it's right opposite Baleares. Here, right from the beginning of Puerto, and well, great place to start a business. This is where Jeff Kenyon opened it many years ago. As we've got a little bit of time, I'm just going to walk up this quay. So not only have you got really nice boats along here, you find occasionally some nice cars as well. Happy days. A lot of these boats just spend most of the time just tied up alongside here. And boats registered all over the world. A lot of them have got British connections, German for example. And some of them are quite huge. Look at the size of that one. That's Oscar in front. When we lived here, there was a boat always moored there called Leander, named after the frigate, and owned by Don Gosling, and it was always parked here, moored here, tied up here, and used to have some great celebrities, but here we've got a whole row of big boats. There's another shot of Envy. So in the summer, the very big boats quite often just moor along that side. I do like looking at the boats. I don't have a great yearning to own a boat, and on the very rare occasion I actually go on a boat, I enjoy it, but then I think, oh, that's it, I've done it for a year or whatever. It's not something I have yearned to do, but clearly a lot of people who do, and it generates a lot of money for the islands. A lot of people who work in the yachting industry, and just by its very nature, it's expensive, it's high finance, lots of money involved. Just owning the boat, keeping the boat, maintaining the boat, mooring the boat. Some of these will have permanent full-time crews who are paid very good wages. Just been reminded, looking at one of the boats there, that one of the characters of the island, Margaret Whittaker, passed away last week, and she and many things, including here in the area. She had Mood Club for a time. She got rid of that a few years ago, but the big nightclub area of Sonnemar, where the dinner show is, was hers. And latterly she went into boat building, and that's what just reminded me as I was walking past a boat. But probably she's most famous for Slimming World, which she founded many years ago, over 50 years ago. But she was a resident here on the island, died here on the island, and had many friends here. So Wellies is getting ready to open up, setting the tables. I'm just going to head back to the car now. Go and see Anita, see how she's gone on with her knitting club. She's been baking yesterday. She made some mince pies, of all things. She got some mincemeat left over from Christmas, so she made some mince pies, and she's taken a lot of those. She did let me have one yesterday. That's about all I'm going to see of them, I think. Working on the yacht restaurant. Back to the parking area, and that's me done for the day. So work obviously is continuing up there. Well, I hope you found the walk around Puerto interesting. It's always a nice place for me to come back to. A bit noisy now at the moment with all the work that's going on. It's really nice. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.